in your opinion, are these radical picks for Biden's inner circle as a signal of Biden's extreme climate agenda and what we could see in the future?
Oh, absolutely. We've got John Kerry leading the pack as the climate envoy. And it was John Kerry just 3 years ago in Paris that said, no matter what the United States does on climate change, it won't make a difference. And why is that? China and India are continuing to mine more coal and generate more electricity using coal-fired electricity and fossil fuels. And the reason is both India and China understand you need reliable, abundant, and affordable energy, and you don't get that from wind or solar. And so they're trying to drive their economies forward using this reliable energy source.
So talk to me about the Keystone XL Pipeline. Why are leftists so hell-bent, if you will, on destroying this project?
Yeah, this is a $9 billion pipeline project. Most of the pipeline, from what I understand, has been completed across Canada and across the international border. They're creating, right now, we're in the midst of creating pumping stations in the United States. So there's been a lot of money already spent. And leave it up to the Canadians to tell us what's wrong with Biden's initiative. Premier of Alberta stated there's going to be job loss on both sides of the border. It's going to definitely harm Canadian and American relations for sure. And it's going to very much impede American energy security. We just spent 10 administrations over the last 70 years trying to get energy security, to become energy independent. We finally achieved that. And what does Biden want to do? He wants to take us back to where our sons and daughters are fighting wars for oil. No, thank you. I don't want that, and I don't think any of your listeners want that. But that's what this is going to be. It's going to mean higher costs for gasoline, and that's what Biden wants. His main goal for his energy initiative is to increase the cost on everything that's created with fossil fuel and fossil fuel created electricity.
Yeah, and exactly to your point there on national security, it makes us more reliant on OPEC, for example, if we can't produce it here.
Oh, these people don't wish us well for the most part. We have friends there, but a lot of these countries we have to rely on, if we're back to relying on Middle Eastern oil. These are countries like Iran, Iraq. It's under whatever we might think about Iraq, but it's not possibly going to be friendly to us forever. And we've already lost tens of thousands of Americans fighting wars for oil. And this will just get us back to that. It doesn't make any sense at all.
And will Biden go after drilling more broadly across the nation as well, offshore drilling as well? It doesn't just stop with the Keystone Pipeline, does it?
No, it doesn't. There are some other initiatives coming up. I think we'll see some other shoes to drop in the next couple of weeks. Part of this might be liquefied natural gas terminals in the United States that are pending FERC approval. I could, I don't want to give him any good ideas, not bad ideas, I mean, but there are other dangers that he could do to harm America economically and cripple America, and that's what we're looking towards. And that's actually his goal. His energy policies mean to intentionally increase all forms of energy across the board, and that's to make reliable, abundant, and affordable energy that we get from fossil fuels. It's to drive the cost on that up so they can compete with unreliable energy sources, and that's wind and solar, unreliable and unaffordable right now. And it's a shame. It's going to hurt America greatly.
Yeah, exactly. He was looking at as California, somehow his blueprints of what he wants to do nationally, which is a scary thing because our energy prices here are sky high. Filling up my car every few days, it's such a drain on the wallet. And of course, just last year we were seeing massive blackouts as well because, to your point, wind and solar just can't cut it.
Well, not only that, look at the safety factor. To get this oil from Alberta to the United States, it's 830,000 barrels. There's about 200 barrels on each tanker truck. It would take 4,200 tanker trucks per day to truck that oil. What's the safety of tanker trucks? And then bear in mind, Alberta is a winter wonderland for much of the year. It's not that safe to drive a tanker truck across these icy roads. If anyone that's ever watched Ice Road Truckers on the History Channel knows, it can be dangerous. This is the safest form of transportation to move crude oil that we have. And he wants to move this and get it to a less safe form of transportation. And and especially with all the billions of dollars that have already been spent, the jobs lost, loss of energy security. These are the main things that'll be we can say for sure will be impacted.